Hey guys, it's your boy Breeze, come back today with a new Madden 15 offensive scheme. Today as we're going over what I believe to be the best running formation in the game, which would be Pistol Ace. I'm personally running this out of a custom. I'm pretty sure you can find this in the Run and Shoot playbook and maybe a few other playbooks. I'm not sure exactly what those playbooks would be, so I'll have to leave those in the description. Therefore, I'm not even sure if you can run this in Ultimate Team. This isn't really going to be an Ultimate scheme. This isn't really going to be an Ultimate Team scheme, as I'm going to be putting out one soon. This is more for regular games because I really recommend you putting this in a custom, so that way you can set your custom audibles. And the play we're going to be coming out in is Strong Power. Basically guys, Strong Power is back again this year. It's one of the best runs of the game last year, but this year you don't really want to run it the exact same as you would in the past. This year you really want to look to cut it upfield, so right after the handoff you should be holding your left stick forward and you're just going to cut straight upfield. You don't want to bounce it outside. You'll see it in these plays. If I tried to bounce it outside, that defensive end is probably just going to block shed and immediately tackle me. So you really want to look to just bust it up the gut. You'll see that you'll got a huge hole, and your second pulling guard, a lot of times you'll be able to follow him up the field and get huge gains if you really know how to use your blockers. I highly recommend using a team that has a running back with around 90 speed and close to 90 truck, if not higher. Simply because, you know, me personally, I just prefer power backs. They always fall forward, and of course if you have a power back with speed, that's even more dangerous because you can eat up a lot of yards. But as you can see guys, I'm pretty much just running this power play, and I'm going up against random defenses against the Niners on all Madden, and I'm really just busting it up the gut pretty much. You really want to look to just cut it upfield, get huge gains. So that run you just saw right there was actually the counter. Basically guys, once you've ran the power enough, you want to start mixing in the counter, because the counter will kind of throw off the defense a little bit, and it'll throw off the user a little bit. And it's really just a nice mix-up. Of course, out of Pistol Ace, since it's a balanced formation, you can flip the play to either side and the defense can't tell the difference since it's balanced. So we can literally flip it to the weak side every time. Of course, if the defense is in a more balanced set, then it doesn't really matter what side you run it to. You're probably just going to want to run it to the wider side of the field. But you always want to look to run it to the side that's weaker. So, of course, we can just flip the play whenever we want. And with the counter, you want to run it just like the power, just cut it upfield, get huge gains. So now as you can see, this is for if you have a mobile quarterback. Now we can audible down to the read option. This is just another nice mix-up. I highly recommend you run it against 2 high safety sets. It's not as good against 1 high safety, but it can still get the job done. If you don't know how to run the read option, guys, pretty much all you got to do is just hold the right trigger, see what end you have to read. You're going to read that defensive end. If he comes in, you don't press anything, you keep it with the quarterback and you just run. If he stays where he's at, you hold A and you hand it off to the running back. As you can see, the end came in right there. I keep it with Manziel and I get a huge gain. Now I don't recommend in a real game actually taking these hits with your quarterback. I recommend sliding so that way you don't fumble the ball. Unless of course it's with like Cam Newton, because he never fumbles, but you know, obviously it's just practice mode. I'm going to take those hits with the quarterback, no big deal. So right here I switch it over to the dive. The dive is just another nice mix-up. Don't run the dive if you think they're overcommitting to the run, because you're running it right at the middle. But even if they are just run committing a little, the dive is still really nice because you have all those blockers, and it's really nice because you can pick your hole and just get a nice gain. With these runs, we're really just looking to get, 5 or more yards every time, which is good. If you're getting 5 yards every time, you're going to get that touchdown. 4 or 5 yards every time or more, you're just going to run all over your opponent, and you're going to make them get into a run committing defense. Now, since this is a mini scheme, I'm only going to be going over one good pass play out of this formation. Of course, you can mix in other passing plays like the screen and stuff, but I'm going to be showing you guys just, cut down on time. The best money play in the formation in terms of passing that you can switch over to. I put the defense in a more, run committing set, just a 3-4 solid, I believe it was. And the play you want to come out in is corner post. Well, you still want to come out in strong power if you're in a custom, and then just audible over to corner post. But of course, if you don't have audibles, you're probably just going to come out in it if you think they're coming to the run. So pretty much corner post against 2-man under. you have two options. You have the post route on the right, and you have the C route on the left. Both will burn man, especially if you have good route running receivers. Make sure you have good route running receivers. I can't stress this enough. If you do not have good route running receivers, you will not burn the corners like this. Okay, as you can see, I'm just burning these corners, and I'm able to just deliver a nice pass, which is why I also recommend doing this with more of maybe a passing offense. You know, if they have a decent running back but a really good passing offense, that's going to really throw the defenders off when you're running all over them, and then all of a sudden, of course, you could just pass to your dominant receiver. So as you can see, once again, you know, we're still going up against this two-man under, and really, once again, you know, as long as you got these good route runners, you can really just abuse these routes. You can abuse the C route on the left, you can abuse the post on the right. And really, guys, you can always just flip the play too. You can always flip the play. You can always add a drag underneath with one of the tight ends. You know, really, they should not be able to stop you with man coverage. There's no way. So going against the next coverage, we're going against the cover 3 now. Against the cover 3, you have the fade route now. You want to throw an outside lead pass to the fade. You want to throw an outside lead pass, and you also have the C route. So you have the fade, and you have the C route. You can even fit it into B against certain coverages. And then we have the one route that's always opening in zone, guys. I'm not sure if I throw to it in these clips, but it's your underneath route to the running back. That route will always be open 99% of the time. Thing is, you don't want to abuse it. That's like your drop down, you know what I mean? So that's your little like dink and dunk route. You really just want to throw to that little underneath route to the running back when everything's locked, you know, when they have a nice coverage or when you just make the wrong reads. So right here, as you can see, we flipped the play. That's what I was talking about. We saw that yellow, Patrick Willis, he was in the yellow. He came down to play that drop down. So we threw to the post over the middle because he left his zone. As you can see, we're flipping the play again. You always want to make sure you put your tight end that's on the side of the post on the fade. So you see how we're literally just flipping it. You know, we'll still have that C route open on the right, as you can see right there. C route, corner route, whatever you want to call it. I call it the C route. As you can see, we can just throw that pretty much every time because that flat route's pulling down the blue. Right there, as you can see, we throw to the sorry, I got distracted. As you can see right there, we threw to the drop down. It's gonna be wide open every time, or the underneath route. Right there, we got the post again. So you're gonna have your underneath route. You're gonna have the post against some cover 3 coverages. You're gonna have that fade every time, and you're gonna have the C route pretty much every time. If the flat zone plays the C route, if they play over top coverage, just throw to the flat. That's all you gotta do. So now, guys, we're gonna be going up against a cover 2 defense. Against the cover 2, you pretty much just want to have your 10 on the right on a fade. You know, just the same as the post. Whichever side has the post, you want to make sure that side has the fade. Just same as usual. Against cover 2, our C route's going to be wide open every time. Even though cover 2 and cover 3 are different coverages, you pretty much want to make the same reads as you would against the cover 3. That's the good part about this play, is you can make the same exact reads. You just want to make throws a little differently. You know, the timing's a little different, so make sure you get in the lab against these different coverages. As you can see right there, we do have the post. The post is open a lot more against cover 2 as opposed to a cover 3. You'll be able to get him underneath that deep yellow the middle linebacker goes on. Right there, as you can see, we hit the underneath route. Right here, we can throw that outside lead pass or just a regular pass to the tight end. It all depends, because in Madden, players aren't going to play their coverage the same every time. I mean, sometimes you'll want to throw that fade route to the outside. Sometimes you'll just want to throw a direct pass, but just know it's always either a direct pass or pass to the outside. Just take what the defense gives you. There, as you can see, we hit the underneath route. Right there, that was a direct pass right there. That was a direct pass to the fade route. And now we're going up against cover 4. So against cover 4, we're throwing this direct pass to the tight end. As you can see, of course, as usual, we always have the underneath route. We do have the C route. Just make sure you don't throw it too late. If you throw it too late, that corner will come down. He will pick it off. That right there, that looked like a risky throw. It really wasn't, because the linebacker just simply wasn't facing the ball. If they're not facing the ball in this game, they won't pick it off. Right there, we throw that C route early. We're able to get the completion. So against cover 4, you really would mainly want to look to your streak, your tight end, and your underneath route. You will have the post against some coverages, as you can see right there. Again, the players don't play their zones the same every time, so you want to keep that in mind. So the post will be wide open sometimes. Sometimes it'll be a tight throw, as you saw right there. You know, it just all depends. Right there, we throw the direct pass, just straight up, right to the tight end. And when I say straight up, I don't mean point the stick up. Just, you know, just regular pass, no pass lead. And really, guys, we could just throw to any of these routes. It's really nice. That's what I really like about this play, is it works against all coverages. You just gotta know your reads. You know, you just gotta get your timing down, get in the lab, practice it. And of course, that's not the only passing play that we have in this formation. You know, you still have the wide receiver screen. You know, you still have a few other pass plays that you can mix in, but that's personally the one pass play I mainly go to, simply because out of that formation I just run it so much that most of the time your opponent, they can't stop it. So with that all being said, guys, you know, in the lower ranks to medium ranks and rank matches, that should be a really good scheme for you, and you know, in the lower divisions ultimately, that should be a pretty good scheme for you as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Spinning Board Breeze. I'm going to sign out the booth. As always, guys, if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.